Hello, hello. Oh, baby! Thank you!
Hang on, don't hit it yet because I need to stop my recording and start going.
Okay. So yeah, now I'm
Alright, 3, 2, 1. This is 19 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hit that shit, bitch.
So we have a problem right off the bat.
okay.
Our logo does not match either one of us anymore.
Yes.
My hair is longer on top and much shorter in front. Your hair is shorter in both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think either one of us has ever had fucking sunglasses on because we both wear glasses, but that's all right.
No.
What do you think? Do we need a new logo?
No, because the fucking hair will grow back, like beards grow back, and in a few months I'm gonna quit fucking Dairy Queen anyways.
I've been thinking about growing it back. I haven't decided whether I'm going to or not because I missed my face. I missed my jawline. I have a decent jaw.
Okay.
I'm still young enough to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as young as you, of course.
Right.
How old did you turn this year, by the way, in our birthday?
25.
25. That's right. 25.
Yeah. But I got people at fucking work shocked. They thought I was fucking 18, 21. The oldest was 28. I'm like, no.
Because you act like a child.
No, they're telling me that I look fucking young. I'm like, well, I guess it's the fucking mask. Well, no, that I heard it's the mask because the first
it has to be the mask.
Yeah, the first time around they asked me, they're like, hey man, how old are you? And I'm like, how old do I look? And one person was like 18, the other was like 19, the other was like 21.
Nobody's buying this shit. We can all see you. This is on YouTube. By the way, if you don't believe us, check our
I'm fucking telling you what fucking happened.
I don't believe you.
This gaslighting motherfucker.
It sounds like it's a made-up story.
No,
like you're just trying to convince yourself.
No, so then this chick was like,
you're hostile today.
No, I'm like, no, because I was fucking drunk.
Relax.
Repressed fucking anger. And it fucking came out.
Okay, so you're not. So you just want to go straight into it then?
No,
I was trying to at least
tell you that fucking people think I'm young, but you're the only one that says I look older than what I actually fucking am.
Well, you definitely do. And I'm not the only one that says that.
Yes, you is.
But what I do want to say is you got drunk for the first time in how many years?
6 years.
6 years. And so weren't we supposed to do this together? I know I was the first one to drink with you in 5 because we had the mead together on the episode.
Yeah.
Which was an honor. Thank you. I still appreciate that. But I was under the impression I'd be at least invited to the shindig where you decided you were going to fucking let loose and lose your balls.
This was totally by accident.
How do you get drunk by accident?
No, because I...
Okay, that's not this. That's not what I meant. But you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah. No. Because see, I tripped and my dick fell on her, so that's how it happened. No.
Oh no! You can't say that, Frank. God damn it, Frank.
Yes, I can.
I'm gonna have to disavow you.
Okay, good. But anyways, no, it's a fucking joke. It's a fucking when people are like, "Oh, you slept with her."
All right. Stop with the tangent. What happened?
So,
how did you start? What happened throughout the entire? Let's start with how you woke up that day. Did you wake up with just a little parched?
No. What happened was that because I'm working again, like I'm forgetting to fucking eat. Because before I started working, I was telling you I was eating every 2 hours, right? So then I always had something in my fucking stomach. But now that my mind is fucking elsewhere, like I completely forget to fucking eat. And so then that day I hadn't eaten anything. So then when I got to the place, I had their fucking tacos, which was like 4 little ass fucking tacos, right? Yeah, like little, like the size of my fucking palm. That's how little.
I know, but that's not that. I mean, it's basically a taco with more tortilla. Anyway, so and
so then yeah.
So not much.
Yeah, I scarfed it down, and apparently I had 6 fucking German beers, fucking big fucking ass.
Where at? Where'd you? Wait, no, you skipped over a whole section though. How did you get invited out to drink? Who were you with?
Oh, because my friend Alyssa, my partner in school, she has a raging heart on.
Partner in school. What is the fuck does that mean?
Spoop. It's a callback to the episode.
Spoop. Oh,
Yes.
you do. I remember this word. What? Let's remind the listeners though, who
Spook is what the
haven't been
cool
listening.
kids are calling spooky now. Like it's spoopy. Instead of spooky, it's spoopy.
Yeah. Continue.
So anyways, so she has a raging hard on for fucking Germany, and I told her about 2 months ago, I guess. I was like, there's a German place here on fucking Ware Road, right? A place that your ex introduced me to because she was working there at the time. And
Yeah, fucking Nazis.
it was a lot. It was a lot smaller back then than it is now. Now they have a beer garden, but so
La
yeah.
la.
So then ever since then, like every time she has off, she's like, hey, let's go to that place. I'm like, okay, let's fucking go do that then. And then we discovered that Tuesdays was karaoke night. And so then she's kind of making it a thing to go every Tuesday that she can, because she's a working woman. She's got 2 jobs. And what happened? So then
Shout out to Frank's friend. Shout out.
Okay, yeah. And,
Hardworking woman. Hardworking woman.
Yeah.
Work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So then.
All right, so you get this chick to this German beer place. Why did you have a drink? That's what started the first one off. Do you have any memory of the first one? Usually you do.
Yes, because I've been doing this for a while, for a few months. Because the Havamal, Odin's words is, "Do not shun the mead. No one will think any less of you if you retire to bed early." So I'm like, okay, like let me practice. It started at home. Let me practice fucking control. So I did, and I accomplished control over my fucking drinking. Yeah. I've been doing this for 6 fucking months. I went 6 months with drinking.
So why haven't you mentioned this? Why haven't you mentioned that you're drinking, that you're back off the wagon?
Because I didn't necessarily count it as back off the wagon, because that implies
I've been back off the wagon
because that implies
I tried to start a support group because I was back off the wagon.
No, because saying I'm off the wagon implies that I'm drinking to get drunk. I wasn't drinking to get drunk.
What the fuck are you drinking for? To socialize? You fucking drunk ass?
because when I pray, I take a sip of fucking mead, and I'm like, if I can go the whole fucking day with 1 sip of mead a fucking month, I'm pretty sure I can drink a beer or 2. Like
you probably should have started with a beer or 2 and kept it at that limit. How did you end up with 6 of these things?
Because I lost count. I got complacent and I didn't count my fucking beers.
But at some point between 2 and 6, you had to have thought, well, I've definitely had more than 2 now. Why didn't you stop yourself then?
Because I was pretty fucking cocky. Yeah, cocky.
Did you? Hey, I can't hear you. You came away from the mic too much.
I was pretty fucking cocky.
It's just, you were talking up, and it was obvious it was away from the mic.
Yeah, no, I was pretty fucking cocky. That's the correct term, because chick, she lives all the way in fucking Westlaco, and I'm like, as long as I have her here, then I can't get too drunk because I gotta drive half an hour to drop her off, half an hour to come back.
And but you did.
Yeah, but that was
terrifying. I am terrified for where the rest of the story goes.
Yeah, so then she was my insurance policy, and that shit went out the window that night. Yeah, I don't know what happened. So apparently we fucking closed the place down like we always do. Not that we're fucking drinking all fucking night, but in this case I was. So then she met a guy, right? And so then we tagged along with him.
Oh no.
Yeah, we tagged along with him to another place. And I kept buying shot after shot. And I was apparently I was buying people around me fucking drinks. And I tell her, I'm like, yeah, that's how you know I'm drunk, when I'm buying people fucking drinks. And so then I was.
Well, that's always been your MO though, right? Like you have any money in your pocket goes straight to the party.
Yeah.
That's my go-to move too. Like it's what the fuck is with my focus here?
I don't know. So then, yeah, so I don't even remember how the fuck I got this fucking scrape, but from what it looks like, Jesus. I fucking fell because I got fucking pus on it. So I obviously fucking fell and scraped my fucking elbow. And
You're
this chick was
sick.
telling
You're
me that I
sick.
was fucking arguing with everyone, and that I kept shouting at her, "Fuck you!" And I'm like, yes, I get like that when
That
I'm
sounds about
drunk.
right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I have fucking repressed anger, and that's why one of the reasons why I don't like getting drunk, because like at some point it's gonna come out, and it's not fun for anyone when that side comes
Well,
out.
it's a little fun for some people. The ones that aren't involved typically are having a great time watching you.
Sure, I mean if you say so, but
Oh no, I do say so. I didn't start drinking until I was 21, so I was always aware of what it looks like to be drunk. And it's the reason I hate fucking being drunk in front of people. I love drinking at home. I'll fucking drink at home till the cows come home. And but then of course that's when I drink too much and I pass out. But in public, I hate drinking too much when there's people around, man. I stress out so much. I just feel like an asshole the entire time. And I can't stop myself. It's like an out of body experience.
yeah, it's a fucking dream. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, so I
It's a
fucking hate it.
problem. So what do you think? Are you going to continue drinking? Are you going to try and go back to a sip a day for prayer bullshit? Or are you fucking so perturbed with what occurred that you're going to abstain indefinitely at this point now?
What happens is that if it wasn't for who my friend is as a person, I would have landed back in jail and I would have never gotten out because I'm on
That
probation.
night?
Yes. So
Jesus
then I
Christ.
wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for her.
Uh,
So then I feel like if I keep fucking drinking with her, I'm gonna be taking advantage of who she is as a person, and she's not gonna be around for much longer. Like she's leaving mid next month. So I can't become dependent on anyone.
no, you should, nor should you ever be in that situation again. But so what happened? Do we get the dirty details? Do you put it out into the world what happened? Or are you worried about probation?
Well, but my fucking probation officer hasn't been listening to the fucking podcast, so I'm like, I
How
guess
do you know?
because I've been drinking in the podcast and she never mentioned it once.
But you're allowed, you're not, it's not like you're not allowed to drink.
No,
It's
I
not
can't.
recommended.
No, I'm not supposed to be drinking. I can't be at
What the hell,
place
Frank?
I can't be at a place of business whose revenue is 51% or more alcohol.
Right, it's a bar. A
Yeah.
bar essentially, not or a bar and grill, but that's it. Yeah. Fuck. So this is so stupid. Why'd you start drinking?
Because it looked like I had fucking control over it, which I want to say I do, but
But you
Yeah.
don't. You
Yeah.
can't look, listen, Linda. So what your problem is cocaine and marijuana. Or no, cocaine and alcohol. No, we'll go with cocaine and marijuana because those are things you don't understand. We're going to equate those to alcohol and women. See, most people can control their coke consumption in a night if that's all they're doing and drinking water. But you mix cocaine and alcohol or cocaine and marijuana, and all bets are off the fucking table. Then you're bringing in booze too to balance out the fucking weird dichotomy of whatever the fuck's going on then. So your issue isn't that you can't control relationships with women, and nor is the issue that you can't control relationships with alcohol. Your problem is when they're together, your inhibitions lower for one first and then the other one, and it's just a stepping ladder down the stairs to the pits of the fucking cellar of what have you, of your destruction, your demise, your overall end of being as a reasonable person. You just need to pick a vice or just abstain from both. No, you can't abstain from both. Like pick a vice. You can't, those two can't exist together.
No, I remember a fucking quote from Robert Downey Jr. saying,
Of course, Rob.
yes, yeah, the guy
RDJ,
said,
bro.
the guy said,
Like, you need to understand, like once in a while, you need to bring yourself to the conclusion that, like we are all just here to exist. What do you say? What did he say? Sorry.
He said, every once in a while, I'll crave a drink, but I remember I have plans for Christmas. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I should fucking stick with that. And it's stuck on me. But of course, I've seen that I can drink 1 or 2 and call it a fucking night. Fucking 3 was the most I've drank.
Sure, the problem
not anymore. Now it's 6.
But that's my point. That's my point. Like, it's not about whether you can control it or not, because eventually you don't. The people that have trouble with drinking, like some of them, yeah, it's an everyday thing. They're pissed drunk. They can't stand or go to work. That's a different level. But there is a sub level of alcoholism. I dare to call it a sub level, but it's not. It's just as detrimental. But I guess it's just not as detrimental, right? You don't end up homeless on the street, fucking sucking dick for a bottle of wine. Mm-hmm. You end up, just living a very mediocre existence where it's all numbed out by just fucking alcohol between everything. And it takes up a lot of money, man. Like going out with friends, and when you're the one buying the drinks, like it's one thing to buy a round of drinks for your friends. It's another one to get too drunk and not realize that you've already bought them 3. You know what I mean? Like that gets expensive. And that's when you end up, stressing out more. And then you drink more because you're stressed out more. It's a weird balance with people that just are maybe a bit more cerebral. That's why there's that association with writers and philosophers and alcohol.
Don't forget fucking heart doctors, what they call cardiologists. They're notorious fucking alcoholics.
Well, of course, they're dealing with the most existential question of all: is what is life and what is death? Mm-hmm. What is creation? What is playing God? All these things are, if you think about them, if you're the type of person that overindulges in these kind of thoughts, I don't know, are you more prone to be an addict of some sort, whether it's a sex addict or drug addict or adrenaline junkie, shit like that? Like, look at Travis fucking Pastrana. Like, this guy has done so fucking much insane shit on Nitro Circus and X Games bullshit. The mega jumps that he's done. Do you understand the level of understanding of mathematics and physics he has? The velocity and Travis Pastrana, dude, you're kidding, right? Nitro Circus. He was on like everything in the 2010s.
I don't remember most of the 2010s.
Yeah, well, not surprised. You were only what, like 19? So yeah, I can't blame you. Well, so okay, we need to get back to you though. Like I went deep diving into the fucking psyche. My like fucking armchair psychoanalyzed your ass. Now tell me what actually happened that night. That are you going to tell us?
I really don't know, because this chick just fucking confessed to me like about a fucking hour ago that she was mind fucking me. She put it to teach me a lesson. She put it, but
how did she mind fuck you?
Because so there's this girl, a regular that I'm like, oh my god, she's so pretty, right? And so I was that night I finally fucking spoke to her. And apparently she fucking talked to me, right? Of course, because it's conversation. But also, there was a fucking black man that walked into the fucking place. And so then this chick has the bright idea of saying, oh, yeah, you were arguing with that girl you like, and you were arguing with a black man. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah.
Why? What was the point of this? Why did she bring this up?
So that I won't fucking drink.
And was it true? Oh, so that you didn't drink anymore?
Yeah, so that I didn't get drunk anymore. And I'm like, what?
And that was her way of doing it, instead of just saying, "Hey, if you stop, I'll have sex with you," and then just like not have sex with you. You know what I mean?
No, because like she knows that I
Like just to dangle a carrot on a stick for you.
because she knows that I always ruin my chances with the women I like when there's alcohol involved. So then it was her bright idea of saying, yeah, not only did you ruin your chances with this chick, but you were racist towards. She didn't say I was racist towards, but she led me to
You just
believe.
said that. She
She
said
just
you're
led me to
racist.
believe that I was racist towards the black man. She's like, you were arguing with him because he was black. And I'm like, no mames. I'm like, what?
What do you mean because he was black? Does she? How does she not go into more explanation than that?
Because I didn't want to fucking hear it. Because this was fucking like I'd just gotten off of work the following day and I felt like shit. And you know, I was like, oh, you know, good thing I got let out early. And then that's when she hits me up. And she's like, yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. Like she painted the worst fucking picture that I was throwing shit at people, that I was arguing with people. That I was
God damn,
fucking,
Frank.
yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't want to know anymore. I don't even, and I was telling her, I'm like, well, we're never going back to that place again. And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
really? I didn't know my friend was a pussy. And I'm like, no, it's because, you know, the shame and like having to fucking deal with it again. I'm like,
Wait, so that was her response to this? So
yeah,
was she still fucking with you? Like, did none of that?
yes,
Was she really
yeah.
not? Were you
She
not?
told me, she told
This
me about,
seems a bit extreme. Like, even for you, like, granted, like, aren't you still on medication? Shouldn't you be not?
yes, that's why I shouldn't drink because I'm on fucking
This was
medication.
the problem before. I mean,
Okay, well, according to my father, I stopped taking meds so I could drink, and I was a lot worse when I was drunk without the meds.
yeah, no shit.
Yeah, and so I mean, I don't know. I hate getting fucking drunk. Like drinking, okay, yeah, maybe, but getting drunk, especially in public, I'm like, no,
The day my mom got out of prison.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for her, because she ended up, because we went to another place, because she met a guy and we tagged along, or she
God
dragged
damn
me
it,
with
Frank.
her.
Do you ever get laid anymore?
And oh my God. So then, anyways, so then,
Oh,
yeah,
that was so heartbreaking.
I was buying shots and I was,
I heard the soul leave your body.
no, it wasn't my soul leaving my body. It was a frustration that with you, like, if I don't fucking even think about jacking off, then there's something wrong with me.
Well, hold on now. Now, if okay, you're gonna fucking use those words and call me out. Were you just telling me that this night culminated in you jacking off in front of your friend?
Apparently, like that's what she said, but she hasn't clarified whether she was just fucking with me or not.
I don't know, Louis C.K. I think
Because
there's
I
something,
woke
some
up.
truth.
No,
You
I
have a
woke
track
up.
record after all. If this comes out,
No, I woke up right and I was like, where the fuck am I? And then I found my pants in the bathroom and I was like, was I trying to take a fucking shower? And
good
then
God.
yeah, and
No,
then
you probably pissed yourself and needed to rinse them off.
no, because then I would have felt it. But no.
Not
Um,
if you rinse them off.
no, because my fucking underwear would have been fucking humid.
Continue.
So, anyways, I don't know anymore. Like I found my pants in the fucking bathroom and I'm like, what the fuck was I
Well,
doing?
this was Tuesday, bro. It's Sunday. You haven't spoken with her again?
No, I have. I just told you that. She fucking told
Oh,
me
just an hour
about
ago,
an
right?
hour ago. She's like, yeah, I was just fucking with you for the most part, just to teach you a lesson.
So are you texting her? I mean, what?
Well, not now.
So
She's headed to work.
how much was she fucking with you then? That's the. Did you ask?
No, I'm not gonna fucking ask because you know eventually I'm gonna go back to that place and I'm gonna face my demons and they're gonna tell me, well, yeah, it was this because she said it wasn't all that bad at Schneider's. Like it got bad.
Oh, you're gonna
after.
say the name of the establishment so you're banned from every one of their fucking franchises.
Didn't I mention it before? You asked me what place it was.
No, I don't think you said. Did you say the name? You just
I'm
kept
pretty
saying
sure I
German,
did because I mentioned your ex, and you're like, yeah,
you probably did.
bitch.
My ex. Oh yes, her. I'm sorry. I live a very loved life. Like I have such a strong, solid marriage. Like I stopped looking back at that shit. Like if I do it now, it's just like kind of for fun, like just for a target. Like someone that's out of my life is an easy target, right? Like there's why would if you're gonna go that route, but it's happened so rarely. But yeah, what were we talking about? So anyway, so this is a completely inappropriate podcast, everybody. I am Anthony, along with Mr.
Oh, that's it. I think we're down to like half an hour.
Along with Mr.
Frank.
And yeah, so welcome. Let's start getting into the show. I mean, we never really did start the intro, so I wanted to do that first and just make that the interlude, and maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that story on the next episode. But we're running out of time. We could spend the whole fucking episode just talking about you. What are we going to talk? We had the Olympics to talk about, talking about all these sexual problems.
Yes, that they're trying to avoid. It's fucking ridiculous.
Wait, who was telling me? Were you telling me about the condoms?
I was trying to before we hit record, but you're like, no, let's get the show on the road.
No. I think somebody else did. So it might have been my wife, but that they were handing out condoms one year and then they stopped.
Okay, so every year
they've always had like a condom sponsor, right?
Because Olympic Village is like the hot spot for fucking fornication.
Yeah. It's always like a rash of like fucking STDs that go on through the fucking athletes and shit.
The Japanese committee said that they were going to hand out 160,000 condoms, which is less than half of the last Olympics, but they weren't going to hand them out until the end of the Olympics so the athletes can go home to their countries and spread awareness of HIV and AIDS. And I'm like, really? Like,
sure.
Really? You really think that's what's going to happen? That you're going to give them the fucking condoms fucking when they're leaving and they're going to be like, oh, by the way, HIV and AIDS is a real thing.
I don't know, man.
Like, that was a weird one.
That's just there's a fight for everything is a fucking fight. Just let nobody just hand out free condoms, dude. Everybody should have free condoms. Condoms should be like fucking, I mean, everybody should have free toothpaste, free condoms, free dental floss, like the basic hygiene kind of shit.
So like in jail.
So yes, if you get it for free in jail, it should be offered to everyone. Why do our taxes only go into feeding them? You know what I mean? Like, in all honesty, that's really all I think our taxes should go to. Like,
also go into funding terrorism, but we're not going to get into that today.
Defeated. Just defeated. All right, no, what else? There was something else about the Olympics.
Their experiment, because that's what it is. It's an experiment.
Experimente.
Yeah, is to make cardboard beds, but it's not that the bed is cardboard, it's that the bed frame is made out of cardboard and it's designed to sustain an adult weight, the weight of an adult athlete. So I guess
that's right.
Yeah. And so then one athlete,
because the idea was that they wouldn't be able to fornicate if they don't enjoy themselves on a how many times have you fucked on the floor? I could put up a hand.
That's what I was fucking thinking. I'm like, what's stopping them from getting the fucking mattress?
Even
then, it on the floor.
Even then, if you're not at home in a bed that you're comfortable in, you're not like with somebody in a sensual manner. How often do you actually fuck on a bed? Like I used to barely make it to the couch. I remember literally opening the chick's door and fucking her against the fucking corner of like the wall that divided the two rooms we walked in between. You know what I mean? Like we didn't even make it into a room. It was the doorway. It's like shit. There was one time I was outside in my fucking backyard. Like, cause like just how often do you use a bed at 16, 17, 18, 19? All these kids are in their 20s and you know, they're late teens and under 20s really. They're gorgeous, absolute perfect specimens, every one of them. Like, especially in the dark. You know what I mean? Like if you're not worried.
that's what Hope Solo was saying. She was a
Like
goalie for Team
bad
USA.
teeth don't count when the lights are off.
Yeah, Hope Solo was saying that when she was there, that people were fucking on the grass and in between the fucking buildings. That it's fucking,
Orale.
yeah, that it's fucking spring break over there.
Yes, it's better than spring break because everybody is prime beef. You're guaranteed to find somebody. It's crazy. It's crazy. Unless you're like a complete douche, which even then probably just gives you better chances.
Maybe. I don't know.
But there's some real other darkness going on. Like, so they banned this one chick for testing positive and smoking weed in a state that allowed it.
Yeah,
the runner with the orange hair.
Yeah,
or
but
like,
didn't they reinstate her?
I don't know, but they were also giving her shit before that just for having her hair down.
Okay, but
Yeah,
that doesn't.
they just had weird rules. Well, it could arguably slow you down.
Right, but she was beating all these other women, so
yeah, I mean, or maybe obstructing view, but it made no sense. Whatever. Anyway, I think they backed down on that one too. So I didn't know that they reinstated her, but they were still going. Then I read the other day about something about like they have only one interpreter or like person to help them explain things at the Olympic Games for people with disabilities, like ASL speakers, American Sign Language, or I guess general sign language, right? It's not just American Sign Language. And like they have so little resources, like they wouldn't allow them to bring their own helpers, like assisters. I don't remember the correct term, and I feel bad for getting that wrong because I should know that one. But they weren't allowed to like have their own person to aid them in shit. When they needed it, they needed to wait for like the Olympics paid person, and they only had like one for the entire like Olympics. It's just you would think something that pulls in so much fucking money like would, I don't know, man. The more the more things get exposed with these mass organizations like FIFA, NFL, MLB, and that's just the shit we know. Now we're getting into the Olympics. I mean, the Olympics have always been shady. Like the Tour de France has been fucking inundated with testosterone enhancement, along with I mean, it's always been said that Russia and China, like any of these like dictatorships or communist led regimes, are always very obviously dosing
on their fucking athletes and shit.
Yeah, they're dosing them or training them from like their childhood. Like, how is that not like child labor laws being broken? You know what I mean? Like, oh no, he enjoys it. It's training. Like, come on, brother. Like, your kid is like bleeding from his knuckles and he's 4 years old. Like, maybe let him have some milk and cookies. No, lactose is bad for his digestion. Like, give him some fucking ice cream, man, please, for God's sakes. And I don't know what countries I'm talking about. I'm just saying in general, that's what we hear in the zeitgeist. So
yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I'm thinking, if I were an Olympic athlete, would I want to get laid? Because like yes, foreign women, and like I've been in that situation. Like, oh, foreign women, they want to fuck. Yes, let's fuck. But you're there to perform. And one of my combat instructors would always tell us before a hike, don't snap your carrot. He meant, don't touch yourself.
That's an old wives' tale. Yeah, because it makes your legs weak, right? They always say that in baseball too. Like, you don't fuck before a game because it makes you weak,
right.
Weak in the knees or whatever.
But then Ronda Rousey fucking openly admitted that she would get laid before every fucking match, and that's what would help her fucking focus and get energized and all this other fucking bullshit.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's a different set of fucking skill. I mean, dude, I can't. I used to really enjoy UFC. I like hearing the stats and hearing about it, but I can't watch it anymore because just the level of intelligence drops. like so rapid with some of these fighters. Like some of these fighters go through one bad fight where they are just knocked out cold for like 16 minutes. Just fucking ridiculous amounts of time. And they come back and they are never the same. They don't speak right. They're just a little bit slower on the uptake. The brightness is out of their eyes. They're not quite as festive and fun because something has literally been murdered out of their brain. Like something has died.
That's what happened with Muhammad Ali. He took so many fucking headshots.
Yeah, man.
Being fucking the lightest of the heavyweight.
So there's a anime called Baki on Netflix. It is so good. It's like it's all just about martial arts. Like it's just like a martial arts tournament between all these different martial artists from around the world. They fight every 100 years or whatever. And Muhammad Ali Jr. comes out in it, which is I felt it was a little weird because I know the daughter was the one that was like the real fighter, right? Like was there Muhammad Ali Jr.? Am I missing something here?
I know about I think he had 2 daughters, but I didn't know he had a son.
I don't think he did. I think it was just like they just made it a guy for that. I will need to fact check that. I might actually care to fix that on the next episode.
Yeah. So speaking of animes, there's this thing going on this week about Kevin Smith and Masters of the Universe. I wanted to bring it up, but I'm like, no, I need to actually sit down and watch the series so I can fucking, fully understand what the fuck's going on. Because like I was too young to remember fucking Masters of the Universe.
I never saw it. Not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is this with the Wonder Cats or some Thundercats?
No,
it's we go again. He-Man, that's the one. Yeah, no, that was just I was a little too young for that. That's a generation behind us. Yeah. That was like my I have a sister that would have been that generation, but not her style. But was it he got called out saying that he had never like been a big He-Man fan like at some point, right? Like so there's like all this controversy whether he should be given the role, but who's to say you can't find an appreciation for something later on, Like there's a shit like for instance, not to get all fucking nerded out or anything, but I'm reading Anna Karenina, which is a very famous older book, like up there with Gone with the Wind and Pride and Prejudice, and with the very societal look on this particular time. Anyway, and it's just the same thing. Like I never appreciated it back then. I also have a friend who's gonna make me watch The Godfathers because I've never seen them.
Yeah.
And The Sopranos because I've never seen that either. Those were like my dad's shows. Like, I'm not interested in that, Dad. Like, I'm not going to sit here and watch 45 minutes of television with you when you're halfway through the fucking season already. Like, you know what I mean? So those are things I never got into that I'm trying to now. So I don't see where the problem lies just because he wasn't a fan of it prior to now.
Well, there's more to it, like that he sidelined He-Man and that he made one of the characters very lovable, just like he admitted to it, made him very lovable just so he can kill him on the first fucking episode.
Oh, that's great. But at least he's always admitted it though. And he has always just been quirky like that. And is he respecting the fan base? No. And that's pretty shitty of him because he definitely, well, no, he's always been kind of like on the filmmaker's side of any argument. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So right now on the internet,
he takes everything like, well, it's comic books, man. It changes. It's like, well, He-Man's not a comic book though. Well, it is, right? But it was a beloved franchise. Huh?
It was made to sell toys. That's all it was.
Yes, but so is G.I. Joe, and they tried to make some shitty movies out of that.
Well, yeah, money. But anyways, no. So on the internet, they're calling him the fucking Rian Johnson of Masters of the Universe.
Ooh, who's Rian Johnson?
Rian Johnson is the guy behind The Last Jedi.
I like The Last Jedi.
Oh my god. Okay.
I also liked episode 1 though, so sue me.
Well, we were that came out. But no, the whole thing with The Last Jedi is that, like, it's shit because that was literally Ryan Johnson's first draft. He had nobody to tell him no. He had nobody to encourage him to take a second look at things. It was just, this is it. Okay, we're doing this.
All right.
And fucking Mark Hamill was there. He could have easily said, well, if you don't change the fucking what you did with Luke Skywalker, I'm gonna quit, and then they wouldn't have a fucking franchise.
Paycheck. No, nobody wants to argue with
No,
Disney.
because Mike,
you need to understand though, all these guys when they play to the market, like this is Kevin Smith taking the fucking money. Because the last few movies he's made have been just fun films, fun fucks. The Yoga Hosers, are you fucking kidding me? Like Tusk was fun, Red State was fun, but then he got to Yoga Hosers, and that was like, it was entertaining. It was fun, but still, like none of these are huge blockbusters. Like they never are. Kevin Smith doesn't do blockbusters, but now he's at the point where like he probably didn't make a. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he made on those films. But my point is, like, this is a huge franchise. Like, regardless of what they expect from it, like, it's a paycheck. It's a paycheck. This is him being fucking Bruce Willis in his fucking, what was the movie he did for Kevin Smith?
Cop
Out?
Yeah,
Cop Out. So he does he bitches about Bruce Willis fucking half-assing fucking Cop Out, and just collecting a paycheck. And maybe he's fucking got the shoe on the other foot now and realized, hey, maybe worth the fucking Cop Out. You know what I mean? Like, see what I did there? Fucking good. Yeah. Print it. So yeah, man, I think he's just collecting a check. I think he'll do better with it than somebody who doesn't appreciate comic books in that kind of way. But even then, Kevin Smith has never been a fucking comic book guy. Like he has comic book men. That was his friends that ran a comic book store. Like did he read comics? Yes, but he dropped that shit in the fucking late teens, early 20s when he was fucking making films already. You feel me? Like he's never been the comic book guy. Like I've never seen him that way. He had Stan Lee in his movies because he had the connections at the time with the fucking Weinstein, the fucking, touchy guy, fucking rapist, fucking piece of shit. Did he die, by the way? Is he out of jail? Do we not know anything?
Dying, last I heard, and they were gonna remove him from fucking jail so he can die in peace. But I never heard anything after that.
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, keep in touch, so we can follow up on what the fuck is up with Harvey Weinstein, Epstein, and Giselle. No, what was the fucking wife's name? Javalia. No, that's my coffee. What? Ghislaine
Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Those are some people that we need to look up. I also need to look up Alex Jones. I haven't heard anything about him for a while now.
Okay.
Have you? What do you know about Alex Jones? Any touch?
Nope. I have the app, but I haven't heard it because like it takes a lot of my fucking battery. So
isn't that fucking crazy? Yeah. Isn't that crazy how like people are talked about so much? Yeah, just so much. Anyway, and then they just fucking drop off. Anyway, how long have we been going? I feel like I've overtalked. How much?
A little over 45 minutes.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to squeeze in before we squeeze one off?
No, that's it.
How about the fact that you masturbated in front of your friend?
Again? She was saying she was fucking with me.
I know, but what was the story she said? How detailed was the original story before she said she was fucking with you?
She didn't go into detail. She was just telling me, she's like, you were a butt. Like, you're fucking over here fucking pushing the guy that I just met to fucking, or pushing her and the guy to fuck. I'm like, yeah, you two are going to fuck eventually.
You're such an ass, dude. But you would do that sober is the problem.
And so then, no, because I was telling her, I'm like, you're my friend. And what I've always wanted is for me to screen a guy for my gal pal and for my gal pal to screen a girl for me. Because I tried doing that with my bestie, but the closest thing to screening a fucking girl was, I don't like her. Like, hey, what about don't you like?
Yeah, but do you do? But should I like her? Is the question. Like, yeah, you don't have to like her. Is she gonna fuck me tonight? No. Is she worth another date? Like some people, you can't just base everything on one meeting. You know, date a girl 2 or 3 times. If your friend says that after 2 or 3 times, then maybe listen. But for those of you who fucking judge a date off of a single or like a person that your friend is dating off of a single experience, like, I mean, maybe you just caught them on a bad date. Like, I don't know. I give everybody the benefit of like 3 conversations. If after 3 conversations, things aren't fucking better, you know, off than the first one, or at least the same, yeah, then I'm out.
Yeah,
I usually just
that's ideal. Like after 3 dates, that's when you can make a sound judgment. Like, is she
yeah,
fit for me
makes
or no?
sense. So what if nobody? What if they said they wouldn't have sex with? Well, I guess that doesn't matter because you haven't had sex in what 3 years. So 3 dates shouldn't be too much.
How long ago was Rona? Last year? A
6
few,
years in.
a few months before Rona, when I fucking yeah, a few months before Rona, the September, October, the September before Rona. That was the last time I got laid.
Huh. Hey, did you ever get the big bottle of lube I sent you?
What big bottle of lube?
I sent you a big bottle of lube for your birthday like a week or 2 ago. It said it was delivered. You never said thank you.
I don't remember anything about a big bottle of lube.
Man, you know what? I got it on sale on Amazon, or like, no, it wasn't even Amazon. It was some like sketchy ass website. So now your address is associated with some sketchy website. It was like $5 for like a fucking like paint containers worth of fucking lube. But I think I got scammed out of $5
That
plus
would have been
shipping.
fucking hilarious. I would have taken a picture of it and shit, but I haven't seen anything.
Oh, that sucks. That's all right. It was super cheap. I'll get it from a legitimate source, and we could still do this. It'll still be entertaining. Maybe it'll come with a little extra gift attached to it this time.
Yeah, if Adam and Eve does it, you'll get a sex toy with it. Or
Oh,
get it
I
way
like
around.
Adam
You
and
buy a
Eve.
sex toy and you get a fucking lube.
I like Adam and Eve. No, there's a is it pinkcherry.com? I don't remember. Hold on. I used to order like years back when I was a little more when I had more energy and less shit to do. No, I don't remember what it was called. That's unfortunate.
Whoa.
But yeah, Adam and Eve is a good one. They always do that those big sales, right? Like buy like $30 worth of stuff and get like $100 worth of random
Yeah,
shit.
I got an email saying 100% off your next purchase, and I clicked on it, and it's like, when you buy some fucking gag or some shit I'm never gonna use.
So something for free, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not into that, and I don't have a partner, so no.
Well, you can gift the gag.
To you? I know
You
you'd
have the
be into
gift
that
of
shit.
gag, buddy. I'm kind of into everything. Like I'm like, it's novelty, man. It's an addiction to novelty. Like I just like doing random ass shit. Like really that, like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, can I spend the next 2 hours tying this very intricate knot around your body with this satin rope? Like, probably not. I'm a little too ADD for that. But if you want to get handcuffed to the fucking walls, we can do that. That's a little quicker. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, you want me to get handcuffed to the walls? Oh, I have to face the wall. Well, okay, but just this once.
I might get you a gag and a whip and some handcuffs for Christmas. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Ooh, la 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 la. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another completely inappropriate episode with your favorite host, Mr.
Frank.
And me, Mr. Anthony. Remember, you can find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com with any comments, questions, concerns. Find us at CI Podcast on Instagram, at completelyinap with 1P on Twitter, and BitChute YouTube. You can see us, see our pretty mugs, or at least my pretty mug, and Frank's. And Frank. So, Frank, anything you want to tell the lovely listeners before we go?
No, not really. No.
No last minute topic. No, we good. All right. Well, remember, ladies and gentlemen, to always try to be better today than you were yesterday. Try to be happy. And what else, Frank?
And this.
All right. Did I just say I feel like I'm
that I come to my mama.
Oh, yes. Say bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
Stop recording, Frank.